Hi, everybody, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Aldina, and I am the creator of Divinely Healing. And today I just wanted to share the lessons that I have learned on my healing journey. For those of you that have been following along, it started over a year ago now, and it has been quite a journey. Um, but I have learned a lot from it, and that is the most important thing. So I did want to share some of the lessons I've learned with you to maybe help you along your journey as well. And these are in no order of importance whatsoever. It's just kind of what came up for me. So let's go ahead and get right into it. The first lesson that I learned, and this is actually the most important one, so that's why I wanted to make it number one, is that loving yourself is the most important thing. And the reason I say this is because you are the only person that you are going to have for the rest of your life. You're the only person that's been there through all of the heartbreak and all of the pain and all of the joy and all of the times that you've cried yourself to sleep and all of the times that you thought about ending it all. You are the only person that's been there for all of that. And we are so hard on ourselves and we want to be better, but instead of nourishing ourselves and giving ourselves that compassion and love, we kind of find a way to put ourselves down and make it more difficult for ourselves. So, loving yourself is the most important thing, period. And when you do love yourself, when you respect yourself and you show yourself that self compassion and you see all sides of yourself and you love them anyways, you're being that anchor for yourself. You know that no matter what anyone says to you or no matter what anyone does to you, you are sure in who you are and no one can take that away from you. So if you're in a position right now where you don't like yourself or you hate yourself, I strongly recommend nurturing yourself and repairing that relationship that you have with yourself. Lesson number two is that real love is unconditional. If there are conditions around someone's love for you, they do not truly love you. If you have to be a certain way, act a certain way, think a certain way in order for someone to love you and accept you, they don't truly love you. They don't have this unconditional love for you. And love is always pure. Lesson number two is that real love is unconditional. True love in any form does not come with conditions. It is pure. It is kind. It is patient. It does not judge. It accepts you for who you are in your entirety. And if you find that the people that are around you only love you when you act a certain way and think or feel a certain way, they don't truly love you for the person that you are. Lesson number three is that your ego is holding you back from a lot. I've said this many times and I'll say it again. The ego is here to help you survive. It is only trying to protect you. And so it keeps you in this little bubble of safety that we've created over time. And so when you try to get out of this bubble, that's when you start panicking. That's when you get these thoughts of, I can't do this. I'm stupid. I am not worthy of this, and whatever else comes into your head. But your ego is what puts you in this victim mindset of thinking that the whole world is against you. You have to learn that life is not happening to you, it is happening for you. It is for your growth. It is for you to evolve. It is what's stopping you from taking that chance or taking a risk and trying something new and getting out of your comfort zone. You must befriend your ego and understand it fully to know what is your fear coming up and to know what is your intuition. Lesson number four is that failure does not exist. Failure is actually just an opportunity for you to learn and grow. If something doesn't work out the way that you wanted to, but maybe you put so much time and effort into it, think about what you might need to do instead, or tweak that plan in some way, because no matter what, the universe is always working in your favor. It's always with you, it's never against you. And once you put out into the world what it is that you want and you put in that effort every single day and you keep moving forward, the universe is going to nudge you in the directions that you need to go. So maybe project A didn't work out as planned and it seemed like a failure, but it was really just a way for you to tweak it in order to get to the place that you need to go. So instead of going like this straight, right? Maybe you are going a little bit over here and then kind of over there and whatever, but you're still getting to that destination. It just looks a little different than you thought it would. So don't think that if you fail or make a mistake that you are a failure at life and that things aren't going to work out for you. Accept what is happening and learn that lesson and keep going. Lesson number 5 is that comparison is the thief of joy. Now, I'm guilty of doing this. I've compared myself to multiple people my whole life and have wondered why people that are my age and maybe had the same opportunities as me are a little bit farther along than I would like to be. And the reason that never works and will only make you unhappy is because we are constantly changing, we are constantly evolving, and we are all on very different paths. Even if they may look a little bit similar, we are still entirely completely different people and have completely different purposes on this earth. Not focus on why someone is farther along than you. The only person that you should be comparing yourself to is the person that you were in the past. Are you the same person you were 5 years ago? Chances are you're not at all. You might be a completely different person than you were before. And the whole point here is to keep growing and to keep evolving. So don't worry about what other people are doing and focus on yourself. Focus on what it is that you want from life and what you can do to get there. Lesson number 6 is that you don't need to fix yourself to be worthy of love and good things. No matter where you are in your life, you are always worthy of love and you are always worthy of having a wonderful life and being happy. I've done this a lot where I've punished myself and I've thought to myself, well, I'm obviously a bad person because I did A, B, and C, and it makes sense that none of my relationships work out because I'm not really worthy and deserving of love. And I'm sure a lot of people have felt the same way or thought the same things, and it's so far from the truth. You are always worthy of love. You are never in a position where you don't deserve to be loved for the person that you are in that exact moment. And just because you make a mistake or you do something that maybe is not true to who you are, it doesn't mean that you are not worthy of good things or that you're a bad person. Lesson number 7 is to not settle for anything because you're afraid of being alone or you're afraid of possibly losing an opportunity. If you know deep down that something or someone is not for you and you know that there is something more for you out there, you should follow that gut feeling, that intuition. It doesn't matter what it is. Don't settle for something subpar and let go of your dreams because you're afraid that you're never going to get there. Take that chance, take the risk, go in and do it and follow your dreams no matter what they are. And if that means you have to take it little by little every single day, then do that. But don't just settle. When you are taking chances and you're risking and you're following your dreams and your heart, the universe understands that frequency and it'll make sure that you get there, that you get to that destination that you want to get to so badly. You just have to trust and have faith. But you have to decide first that you're not going to settle for the life that you don't want. Lesson number 8 is that life is not measured by your career, how much money you make, or any of the material possessions that you have. It is wonderful to have money, and it is wonderful to have all the things that you want. But having those things does not make someone better. It does not make someone more worthy. And it does not make someone more happy. I've met wealthy people that were unhappy and miserable. And I've met poor people that have had almost nothing that were so happy and full of life. So the things that you have, these materials around you, they do not define you or your life. You define it. So are you going to choose every single day to do the thing that makes you a little bit more money, or are you going to do the thing that makes you happy? Even if that means cutting down at work and doing a little side hustle of making art or whatever it is that you like to do. Just making these little choices to be happy and to not just focus on the materials. Because at the end of the day, nothing is ever truly yours. All the things that you have can be taken away from you at any moment. And when no one is here anymore, when we all move on, you cannot take these things with you. So, how are you going to fill up your days in your life? Are you going to take in the small moments? That means spending time with the people that you care about and making time every single day to do the things that make you happy and make you feel closer to who you are on the inside. Lesson number 9 is it's not your job to worry about how other people perceive you. And it is not your job to overanalyze anyone's actions and jump to conclusions about why they are acting the way that they are acting. People do and say things because of their inner world. And most of the time, if not all of the time, it's nothing personal. It's about something that they don't like in themselves, that they see in you. Because everything around us is a reflection, it is a mirror. When we love something in someone, it's also something that we have in ourselves. And the same goes the other way. If you don't like something about someone, it's also because you have that same thing that you don't like about yourself. And everything around you is constantly a reflection of what's going on in your inner world. That's how your physical reality starts to manifest. So, it's time to stop taking everything so personally because a lot of the time it has nothing to do with you and everything to do with the other person. Right? I always think about the breakup thing where it's not you, it's me. And that's true. It is them. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that people don't have faults and that you don't make any mistakes and you're perfect. I'm just saying if you are acting accordingly to how you feel and you're now over analyzing why someone isn't reaching out to you or they're not responding or they don't want to put in the effort to see you, whatever it is, it probably has nothing to do with you. So stop assuming that everyone hates you, that no one wants to be with you, that the world is against you. Okay, this also goes back into that ego thing, to let go of the ego, to let go of that victim mindset, and to love yourself. Because when things like that arise, you're still secure in who you are. Number 10 is to do what you want and stop worrying about what other people are going to think. You live this life for you and no one else. So, are you going to think, feel, and act a certain way because someone else told you to? Or are you just going to say fuck it and do whatever it is that you want to do, feel and think and say, and let go of what anyone else has to say about it. You are in charge of making your life the way that you want it to be. You are in charge of your own happiness, and you might as well do what you want to do anyways. Be cringe, be embarrassing, be weird, be crazy. Who cares? Be yourself. And don't even for a second think that it's going to be too much for anyone else. Because if it is too much for people, they can fuck off and go find something less. Number 11 is don't take yourself or life so seriously. We live in this grand, beautiful universe, and there's magic and love all around us. We just have to open our eyes and see what it is that's around us. Allow yourself to enjoy it and have fun, and don't feel guilty for having that fun and for having that joy. Allow yourself to make mistakes and be a beginner in something, and enjoy the journey along the way. There's no need to put so much pressure on yourself to be perfect and to know everything right away. Everything is an opportunity to grow and learn and evolve. So take the opportunity and enjoy where you're at in this moment right now, because you will never be in this exact moment ever again. Lesson number 12 is that the fears that you have tell you a lot about the person that you are and the things that you want from life. For me personally, one of my fears always has been to be seen, right? I've always been afraid of posting and showing the world who I am. And I've always, been a more private person and more secluded, and I didn't ever really want to share things with people. And that fear really came from not being able to see myself. And because I have that fear instilled in me, I actually now know that I've always wanted to be seen. I've always wanted to be understood. And I was so afraid because I didn't think that people were going to accept me. But all I had to do this whole time was to see myself and accept myself. So, what kind of fears do you have? And what can those fears tell you about what it is that you truly want from life? Lesson 13 is that daily prayer and meditation is going to change your life. I'm not a religious person. I am a spiritual person, and I do very much so believe in God and a higher power. Everything around us is energy, and our words have so much of that energy. So, with your prayer, with your meditation, set an intention out into the world of what it is that you want. Even if that's to be surrounded with love and to be able to see it and feel it. Whatever your intention is for your life, tell the universe, talk about it, ask for it, and then put in the work for it. It doesn't have to be this crazy setup. You don't have to follow these rules. I literally just mean talk. Talk to the universe, talk to nature, talk to yourself, and set that intention. And last but not least is to learn how to trust yourself and the universe. You are just the universe experiencing itself in human form. And when you do all these things and you learn to love yourself and accept yourself for everything that you are, and you learn to have faith in how things are unfolding, you learn to trust your gut instinct. You stop second guessing yourself and thinking that you're going the wrong way or making the wrong decision. But you have to know that all the decisions that you made have brought you in this exact moment right here, right now. If there was one thing that was different, you wouldn't be in this place right now. And I want you to think of all of your ancestors before you, Think of all of the people that had to meet and for all of the relationships that had to work and all the people that had to put in so much effort to survive. All these things lined up so perfectly so that you could be here right now. You being here right now is a miracle, and it's such a beautiful thing. So, why do you second guess yourself? Why do you second guess the universe and second guess the things that you have been given? Know that any decision that you make is not going to be the wrong decision. It's just going to be a decision that is taking you to the place that you're supposed to go. And when you have that in the back of your head and you feel it in your heart, you're not going to be so worried and you're going to have faith that life really is working out for you. And it's going to take time. It can't happen overnight. Your life is not going to change overnight. But you have to have that faith that it's going to change and that one day you will have all the things that you prayed for. So learn to follow your heart and learn that everything around you is happening the way that it's supposed to. I really hope that at least some of these lessons help you in any way. Thank you so much for being here. Please do not forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I will talk to you guys again very soon. Peace.